Hello, Bacha Party. Welcome back to your English doubt solving session. I am your English mentor and I am back with the poetry section of your textbook First Flight. एग्ज़ाम्स बस कुछ ही दिनों में हैं और आपकी तैयारी ज़ोर शोर से चल रही होगी, पर फिर भी कहीं ना कुछ डाउट है। कई बार कुछ क्वेश्चंस को देख के थोड़ा सा घबराहट हो जाता है कि इसको कैसे आंसर करना है। इतनी सारी पोएट्रीज, इतने सारे प्रोजेस, समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि किसको कैसे याद रखें। वरी नॉट, बिकॉज आई एम हेयर विद वन स्टॉप सोल्यूशन फॉर ऑल योर डाउट्स। आज हम क्विक रिविजन करेंगे पोएट्री सेक्शन का आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक फर्स्ट फ्लाइट से। इन सेशंस के दौरान हम सारी पोएम्स को समराइज्ड वे में क्विकली समझेंगे और साथ ही में इनके की कॉन्सेप्ट्स जो हमें याद रखने हैं उनके बारे में भी जानेंगे। और इसके अलावा हम कुछ इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस को भी करेंगे जिसको डिस्कस करने के बाद आप कॉन्फिडेंट फील करेंगे किस तरीके से इन पोएम से रिलेटेड आंसर्स को आपको करना है। तो देर किस बात की, शुरू करते हैं। लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। We are going to start with the first poem of your textbook, that is Dust of Snow. And this poem is written by the famous poet Robert Frost. जैसा कि आप सबको पता है, रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट अपनी पोएम्स में नेचर के एलिमेंट्स को बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ करते हैं। He has done the same thing in this poem also. Before we go to the key concepts, let's rewind quickly and understand कि ये पोएम थी किस बारे में। आपको याद होगा जब आपने क्लास में इस पोएम को रीड किया होगा तो पोएट ने यहाँ एक इंसिडेंट डिस्क्राइब किया है। The poet was actually experiencing a gloomy day. He was in a sad mood. He thought his entire day was wasted. And while lost in his thoughts, he went and stood under a hemlock tree. Hemlock is a poisonous tree, right? So he went and stood there. And when he was lost in his thoughts, he did not notice that a crow was sitting on that particular hemlock tree. After some time, the crow shook itself, and because of its shaking, certain dust of snow fell down on the poet. The moment this happened, it entirely changed the poet's mood. Initially, the poet was very gloomy, sad, he was stressed. But with this quick change, his mood turned into happiness. From hopeless, he became hopeful. He thought that though certain part of the day has gone, but still he can utilize the remaining part of the day in a productive way. So with this poem, basically the poet wants to convey a very strong message. And what is that message? The message is that nature has healing power. It can turn your mood within seconds. Only thing is that you need to observe your surroundings carefully and draw inspiration and motivation. Even little things matter and they can change your mood in unexpected ways. So now it's time to read what you all need to focus when you are preparing this particular poetry. Dust of Snow has the focus on its theme, that is nature's power in small things. Even the smallest things in nature are very powerful and are capable enough to affect you. The symbolism of the crow and hemlock tree, which has been used by the poet purposefully. Usually hemlock tree और crow नेगेटिविटी के सिंबल्स हैं। क्या आपने इससे पहले किसी भी पोएम में क्रो या हेमलॉक ट्री के बारे में देखा है? यूजुअली क्या होता है, पोएट्स बहुत ज़्यादा खूबसूरत चीज़ों को लेते हैं या स्ट्रॉन्ग एलिमेंट्स को यूज़ करते हैं। अगर उन्हें ब्यूटी डिस्क्राइब करना होगा तो वो झरनों को लेंगे, फ्लावर्स को लेंगे, बर्ड्स को लेंगे, माउंटेन्स को लेंगे, रिवर्स को लेंगे। But the poet has used contrast in this poem. He has taken both elements which are negative. Usually, hemlock tree is poisonous and crows are considered to be bad omen. दोनों ही अच्छे नहीं माने जाते, पर रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट ने इन दोनों को ही जानबूझकर इस कविता में यूज किया है ताकि वो ये मैसेज क्लियरली दे सके रीडर्स को कि देयर इज नथिंग एज सच गुड और बैड. It entirely depends on a particular individual's experiences. आप जिस तरीके से जिस चीज़ को एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं आप उसके बारे में वैसी ही राय बना लेते हैं. जैसा कि ये नेगेटिव सिंबल्स जो आमतौर पे बाकी सब अवॉइड करते हैं, बट पोएट के लिए यही दोनों नेगेटिव सिंबल्स पॉजिटिविटी का काम करते हैं. हेमलॉक ट्री के ऊपर ही वो क्रो बैठा हुआ था और उस क्रो की वजह से ही जो डस्ट ऑफ स्नो पोएट पे गिरी, उसी के रिजल्ट के तौर पर पोएट का मूड कंप्लीटली चेंज हो गया. उनका जो एक स्ट्रेस था, जो माइंड में चल रहा था, जिन थॉट्स ख्यालों में वो खोए हुए थे, उसको एक ब्रेक मिल गया और एकदम से उनकी सोच जो है परिवर्तित हो गई. So that's why these symbols actually resulted into the change of mood. You have to also focus the change in the poet's mood from gloomy to hopeful and the meaning of saving the day from regret. Initially he was thinking that his day has entirely wasted, he will not be able to do anything in this day and he was feeling regretful. But later on when he became hopeful, he thought that now he can utilize the remaining part of the day and that is why he was quite grateful to nature and especially to the hemlock tree and to the crow. Also you need to understand what kind of key questions can come, like they can ask how the crow and the tree changed the mood, why these specific symbols were chosen by the poet in particular, the poem's core message, what does the poet wants to convey through this poem, and the main theme of the poem, that is finding joy in simple moments even in a hectic life. So when you are preparing this particular poem for your examination, you need to keep these things in your mind. I am sure now you clearly remember about this poem. Let's move on and understand the key themes and concepts which you need to retain. You can also make a note of it if you are having a pencil and a notebook. First of all comes the theme. सबसे पहले हम theme की बात करेंगे. Theme क्या है? That is small natural events can drastically change a negative mood into a positive one, highlighting nature's healing power and the importance of a positive outlook. जब हम नेगेटिव या नकारात्मक सोच लेके चलते हैं हमें हर चीज़ नेगेटिव ही नज़र आती है, लेकिन अगर हम पॉजिटिविटी ढूंढेंगे, एक पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट रखेंगे, एक अच्छा थॉट प्रोसेस रखेंगे, तो फिर हमें अच्छी अच्छी चीज़ें ही मिलेंगी, प्रॉब्लम के सॉल्यूशंस भी मिलते ही चले जाएंगे, वरना हमारा पेन या हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स जो है बढ़ती ही चली जाएंगी. Next comes the symbolism. Two things have been used in this poem majorly. One is the hemlock tree, another is the crow. Both have been used as a symbol of negativity, but they have contributed in a positive manner. Though they are considered negative, but in this particular poem they play the key role. उनकी वजह से ही पोएट का मूड जो है चेंज हुआ है, इस बात को आपको ध्यान में रखना है. The crow and the hemlock tree, usually seen as negative, symbolize unexpected sources of joy and hope. यहाँ पर कहीं पे भी पोएट को उम्मीद नहीं थी कि ऐसे दो नेगेटिव एलिमेंट से उन्हें खुशी मिलेगी या उन्हें उम्मीद की किरण नजर आएगी. चैलेंजिंग कन्वेंशनल आइडियाज अबाउट गुड और बैड ओमेंस, कि आमतौर पे हम जो एक धारणा बना के रख लेते हैं, मन में कोई चीज़ बिठा लेते हैं कि ये चीज़ तो बुरी ही होगी, ऐसा करने से तो बुरा ही होगा, ये सब सिर्फ हमारी मन की धारणाएं हैं. कई बार इनका रियलिटी से कोई भी कनेक्शन नहीं होता. आपको सिर्फ पॉजिटिविटी ढूंढने की ज़रूरत है. देन द प्राइम event of the poem, that is mood shift. पोएट का मूड पहले कैसा था और इंसिडेंट के बाद, मतलब स्नोफॉल के बाद, डस्ट ऑफ स्नो जो गिरा उनके ऊपर, उसके बाद पोएट का मूड पहले कैसा था इनिशियली जब दिन की शुरुआत हुई, और बाद में ये जो डस्ट ऑफ स्नो हुई, जो स्नोफॉल उनके ऊपर हुई, उसके बाद कैसे उनके मूड में परिवर्तन आया या चेंज आया, उस पर भी आपको फोकस करना है. द पोएम डिटेल्स द स्पीकर्स जर्नी फ्रॉम फीलिंग रिग्रेटफुल, दैट अ लाइन इज मेंशन्ड इन द पोएम, अ डे आई हैड ड्यूड, टू फीलिंग रिफ्रेश्ड एंड ग्रेटफुल फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द डे. आपको इन चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखना है. एंड इफ़ यू मेक अ नोट ऑफ दीज carefully and remember them while answering, then definitely you are going to score very good marks in the answers related to this particular poem. Now it's time to look at some of the sample important questions. Let me remind you children, it is not necessary that the same question will come in your question paper, but we are here to study the concepts. We are here to clear our doubts related to the poem. हम एक क्विक रिविजन सेशन कर रहे हैं ताकि हमें जो मेन बातें हैं वो याद रहें. इससे क्या होगा, क्वेश्चन किसी भी फॉर्म में आ जाए, हमें अगर मेन थीम की कॉन्सेप्ट्स पता है कि एग्जैक्टली पोएम क्या कन्वे कर रहा है, तो हम आंसर अपने शब्दों में भी फ्रेम कर सकते हैं. और यही आपको करना है, आपको क्वेश्चन को अच्छे से समझना है और फिर अकॉर्डिंगली आंसर करना है. Let's read the first question. How does the poet's mood change in the poem and what causes this change? Poet का mood कैसे change होता है? The poem initially was feeling regretful. He was gloomy. But after the small incident that took place under the hemlock tree, when the crow shook its feather and certain dust of snow fell on the poet, his entire mood immediately changed into hopeful. He started feeling grateful. And what was the cause of this change? The cause of this change is simple. The shaking of the crow and the falling of dust of snow on the poet. This is the simple incident that took place, and this is the same thing that caused a change in the mood of the poet. What is the significance of the crow and the hemlock tree? Crow और hemlock tree का क्या significance है? Why did Robert Frost choose them? See, crow and hemlock tree play a very important role when we are concerned with this particular poem. इस poem में जो main काम है वो दोनों ही crow और hemlock tree ही कर रहे हैं. hemlock tree के नीचे ही तो poet rest कर रहा था, खड़ा था, and on that same hemlock tree a crow was sitting. और उसी crow ने जब movement किया तभी तो snowfall हुई, और उस crow ने जब movement किया तभी snowfall हुई, और वही snowfall किसके ऊपर हुई? poet के ऊपर. So basically these two elements play the key factors when it comes to the change in poet's mood. So that is why you will write that both hemlock tree and crow play a significant role. And why Robert Frost has chosen them? He has chosen them deliberately because he wants to challenge the conventional thought process of bad and good omens. He wants to show that even the things which we usually consider as negative can have a positive impact. It's all about our thought process and outlook. Next question, explain the meaning of the lines. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. So these were the lines spoken by the speaker after he experienced the falling of dust of snow. The moment his mood changed, he immediately exclaimed that this particular incident has changed the feelings inside my heart. Earlier, I was very sad, depressed. There was stress in my mind. I was lost in my thoughts and I was regretting for wasting a day. But Now I realize that my day has not been wasted. The remaining part of the day can be utilized in a productive way, and that is why he started feeling grateful. What is the central message or underlying message of dust of snow for readers in their daily lives? इसके बारे में हम ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुके हैं की कॉन्सेप्ट्स में, थीम्स में. तो सेंट्रल मैसेज यही है कि हमें गुड या बैड जैसी कोई धारणा अपने मन में पहले से ही नहीं बनानी है. वी शुड नॉट बी जजमेंटल. नेचर हैज़ अ लॉट ऑफ हीलिंग पावर एंड वी शुड look into nature carefully. If we deeply observe, then definitely we can find something positive which can give us motivation, and that is the thing he wants to convey to its reader, that we should continue to strive hard, work hard, and always look for motivation around us in case we are clueless or in case we are doubtful. This is the most simple message that he wants to convey through this particular poem. Now let's come to the next question. Comment on the presentation of nature in the poem and its power to influence human emotions. When you answer this particular question, you need to answer keeping in mind the healing power of nature, that nature can play a very important role in our lives. It has immense healing power. Even the smallest particle in nature can cause a drastic change in someone's life. They can either cause happiness or they can even cause sadness. Depends entirely on the experience one has. What does the phrase dust of snow literally and metaphorically represent in the poem? Dust of snow टाइटल है, इसके बारे में क्वेश्चन आ ही सकता है. इस क्वेश्चन में आपसे दो चीज़ें पूछी गई हैं, एक है लिटरल मीनिंग और एक है मेटाफोरिकल मीनिंग. लिटरल मीनिंग इज वेरी सिंपल. यू विल सिंपली आंसर दैट डस्ट ऑफ स्नो refers to small tiny particles of snow. But when you write about the metaphorical meaning, you have to keep in mind that you have to explain the hidden meaning. What does the poet want to convey? Now, when you have to answer the metaphorical meaning, you have to keep in mind the hidden meaning. So basically, through this phrase, dust of snow, the poet wants to convey about all the small little moments that bring joy in our life, that bring positivity into our life. So in this way you would be answering this particular question. Firstly you will write about the literal meaning and then you will write the metaphorical meaning. I hope students you have now understood how to answer the questions related to dust of snow. It's a easy simple poem, not much complex. Only thing is that you need to remember the key concepts and key points, and I'm sure with these you can answer your questions very well. So keep preparing and be ready to score good marks in your board examinations. Till then, bye bye and take care.